Hello everyone, how are y'all? I hope everything is going on well with y'all, and I'm back here again. I think you all remember me. I'm Mrs. Krishna Priya, and I'll be taking today class 10 lesson, and that is a prose. It's sermon at Benaras. I'm going to take it in two parts today. I'll be taking today the first part, that is Gautama Buddha's life, and in the next part I'll be taking Kisa Gautami's story. So without wasting much time, let's start. This is the sermon at Benaras. Now let us find a little bit about the author, and she is Betty Renshaw. She was born and brought up in America, October 2nd, 1929 in the Renshaw family, and she died on April 30th, 1999 at the age of 77. So the second you look at Gautama Buddha, what is the feeling that one gets? Peacefulness, serenity, isn't it? And do you think he acquired this serenity that easily? No. So let us learn today about him, how he got it and what kind of changes were there in his life before he became a Buddha. So Gautama Buddha was born, or let me tell you another way, he lived in the period of 563 BC to 483 BC, and he began his life as a prince, and his name then was Siddhartha Gautama, and it was in North India that he lived. So what is there about him? At the age of 12, like any other king's sons and daughters, maybe preferably sons, he was sent for schooling to learn the sacred scriptures, the pious books. You have here all the Vedas, the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sama Veda and the Atharvana Veda. And he came back after 12 years. Is it after 12 years? No, he went at the age of 12 and he came back after 4 years, and then he married a princess and they got a son. And he lived a royal life, a life where normal king's sons have that life. So a prince life, a luxurious life without much of tension, without any kind of problem. So what is this we are going to learn today? We are going to learn about becoming a beggar for enlightenment. The second you see Buddha's statue in that way, I don't know about others, but I get a kind of, we are surrounded by peacefulness. And this is something very special. So what is it about? At about the age of 25, the prince, heretofore, that means till then, he was shielded, he was protected, and there's a little bit of a story, I think you all know also about it, that Gautama Buddha, the second he was born, astrologers were called upon to find out how his life is going to be. And there was a prediction made telling that he would become something great, either as an ascetic or as an emperor. And he was asked to protect, safeguard, from what? From not viewing anything which is going to cause any kind of tension to him in his heart. He shouldn't be disturbed mentally. And that is the reason why the king, his father, put him within the four walls most of the time and did not allow him to look at the reality of life. And that's the reason why he was protected, he was shielded. But then, destiny is destiny, isn't it? That is the reason once when he went out hunting without anyone around, he chanced upon looking at a sick man, an aged man, a funeral procession, and later he saw a monk. So how was this? Look at what happened. A sick man. It's not normal. He never knew sickness at all in his life, and that was the reason why it affected him. And then he saw an aged man bent with age, shivering, not able to walk properly. And then he saw a funeral procession. That means, are these all the stages of life? This is what he understood. He understood that life is not rosy as it is in the palace. It is not with so many colors, so much of enjoyment and all that. And then something else disturbed him very badly, and that is a monk. He saw a monk a monk who was begging for alms. Now, what is the interconnection with all these things? This was the thing which triggered his senses. And so, what did he do? He took the inevitable step, or let me put it in the other way. He took the step that long ago the astrologers had predicted. So, what did he do? These sights so moved him that immediately he went out. He went out from his palace. He wanted to seek, that is to find. He wanted to find what is the root cause of all these things. He wanted to see what is it, that thing which he had seen till then is causing all those problems. And so what did he do? He started meditating. So he started to get the spiritual knowledge. Getting spiritual knowledge did get some kind of change in the life. In his perspective, in all the things that he had seen till then and understood so far. So what did he actually do? He wandered. First thing is he wandered. Was he able to get enlightenment in a day or two? No, please. For 7 years he wandered, seeking the root cause of all those problems that he had witnessed one day. And then what happened? He was not able to get it. So he sat under a peepal tree and he took a vow. I am not going to get up from here till I get enlightenment. That is what he had decided, and he sat. But then what happened? Do you know what happened? Enlightened after 7 days. 7 years he roamed about, but once he took a decision and sat under the peepal tree. This is the peepal tree. It's very easy for you all to remember, and that's the reason I just took a picture of it. And he got enlightenment within 7 days. Just 7 days of enlightenment, and you see, life had changed. Total change had come upon his life within 7 days. This tree till then is normal peepal tree, isn't it? But the tree under which Gautama Buddha had got enlightenment is renamed to Bodhi Tree. And what's the meaning of Bodhi Tree? It is the tree of wisdom. It is where he understood the knowledge. Knowledge of what? Why people suffer? What's the root cause of all these sufferings? And then once he got enlightened, did he keep that knowledge to himself? Did he feel that, okay, let me have it for myself, let me keep it for myself? Was he selfish? No. He started to preach. And the first sermon that he had given was at Benaras. And that's the reason why we find people gathered around him. So what was there? Here, at the point he became to be known as Buddha, the awakened or the enlightened. We saw that his name was previously Siddhartha. Now, after he got enlightenment, he started to be called as the Buddha. And what did he do? He preached his sermons, and that to the first one in this beautiful city, the pious city, the holy city. It is remembered with any of the names. Please remember them: Benaras, Varanasi or Kashi. All the three names are one and the same, synonymous. So in this Bathingat place, he had given his first sermon. And what is the sermon? The sermon has been preserved, that is, it's protected, and it reflects that Gautama Buddha's wisdom about the suffering which is inevitable. What is the root cause? That is what he had preached. Both the pictures depict one and the same, Gautama Buddha preaching to the people. See, I am repeatedly telling the point so that you will not miss it. You miss it one place, you'll get it at least in the other place. And that's the reason. Pay attention, listen carefully, and you will understand what is what. So, in the next part, we are going to see the story of Kisa Gautami. Have a good day. Bye-bye. See you all.